Hey everybody, it's my review of All Around Flooring LLC, who worked on my house. They did my flooring throughout my house with luxury vinyl. They also did my posts, railings, and spindles, which I will show you everything. I highlighted prep all floors to ensure leveling for installation because they did not do that. That was in the contract they gave me, $32,000. And they shorted us on quarter round. There's for the posts, railing, and spindles. Now we wanted an open cap, which you'll see there is no open cap. Inclusive in all labors and materials, $6,500 for this one. And then we receive an update. An upcharge of $1,450 because we want them to paint the spindles and posts, which we asked before the first contract. So we had them update that. But because we also paid them to clean after they installed the floors, which was $750, they didn't do that. So they gave us $750 back, but then they upcharged us $1,450. How about that? This is from Floors Plus, the supplier. Before each installation, your subfloor must be flat, dry, and smooth, as you can see from this highlight. This is actually taken off of the box. Uneven wall surface will cause a gap between vinyl and wall. It is advisable to skim coat the gap. Existing floor surface level must be within acceptable level with a tolerance level of only 1 millimeter. Otherwise, this will cause high and low between vinyl planks. More from the Floors Plus. Well, I hired a professional flooring inspector to verify everything, of course. Jesse Norman, there's a certification. Inspector number. And what did Jesse say? His observations and physical descriptions upon my arrival to inspect, I could immediately see looking down the main hall that the flooring was not level. I also noticed end joints separating throughout the home. Many areas, including door jambs and under the shoe molding, were cut too tight, leaving no room for movement or minimal expansion. In fact, some of the shoe molding had been nailed in so tight it was pinching the floor, and that will prevent any movement of floating floor. Black and white pictures didn't come out that good, but you'll see it live. Do's and don'ts. He recommends no stair step and no H pattern on the end joints. That's throughout my house, these two. There's his stair step pattern, stair step pattern. Again, you're going to see that live. More stair step patterns. Oh, there's an H pattern. Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Image shows flooring is out of flat in several areas of the installation. He shows it with his ruler and proves the manufacturer it's more than 1 millimeter out of flat. He also tested for moisture, which were in good range. As you can see, oh, there it is, no room for expansion. And he also recommended that a flush nose should always be used to ensure safety, although it's not against the law to use this type of overlapping stair nose, but we were not given the opportunity to even think about that. Several areas of separation, you'll see that live. And here's his conclusion. Upon my findings and testing, it is clear that this is not manufacturer related. The installation does not meet the requirements of a satisfactory install. There was no proper flashing and leveling of the existing subfloor prior to installation, no proper expansion space, and no random stacking of joints. This is an installer related issue. Again, this company installed my floors, All Around Flooring LLC. Let's go throughout the house. And first, we're going to bring you through the main hall, where he noticed upon arriving that, as you can see, there's gapping on the right, and you can see the dip in the floor. You can see it on the left-hand side really bad. And what happens, like he said, is you start to have gaps developing like this in the floor, okay? And they get worse throughout. And then it gets to the point where we hit a real unlevel part like this, it lifts. And then it gets to even worse, where when you're walking on an unlevel part, it cracks because it's not level. So we have cracking throughout. Look at this whole plank. This is the plank. Here, cracking. Okay, as you move down, more cracking here. I can push it on my finger. Okay, there's that stair step pattern. As you can see, it looks like a stair step. Starts to separate. Even further away, the joints are starting to wear. Look at that. Okay, as you move around the floor, more gapping. In different places, just gaps. Okay. They left us, as you can see, no expansion. And look, they left gaps like that. Show you that again, how it's peeling up here as well. Okay, let's go to the stairs, because I'm going to take you upstairs to the second floor. Oh wait, first here's that H pattern. There it is. Yeah, it looks like an H. See? That's an H pattern right there. Now, as we look at the stairs, holy cow, look what pops out at you. They filled putty in where they put the screws in. Now, as you lift this up, look at that job. One set of screws, okay? And look at the cracks. This is throughout my house, all my treads. Not all of them, excuse me. Most of my treads are cracked. Does that look sanded? That was in the contract as well. Not sanded. Okay, gaps and a crack. Crack. They cracked all my steps, and if you think with all that quality work that there wouldn't be a tool mark, well, you're sadly mistaken. Nice tool mark in the step right there. That's fantastic. Look at that. And then as we look at the railing, the paint job there, okay, they cracked. All of this is cracked. They didn't fix that. All of that's cracked. And then as we look, that is a solid, holy cow, solid job right there. Wow. Going up the steps. Whoa, look at that post. There's a crack there. Crack there. Crack there. Look at that. They tried to like do some sort of a weird, like, whoa, whoops. Look at that. He put braces under there. And the braces don't fit, so he cracked this. Because what's happening to all these posts that were incorrectly installed is this. Pulling away from the wall and a shaky post. Okay? Same, they did the same here. Look at that paint job. Hoo-wee! Look at those brush strokes. That looks stupendous. Okay, spindle popped out. No wood glue used. Damage. Damaged property. Look at that. Holy cow. Wow. And as we go through, look. Oh my gosh. Another pop and another crack. Look at that. What a surprise. Huh? You step on it and the crack, again, look, because it's not level, it's going all the way down. Okay? This was not leveled properly. You can see here where they tried to hide it. They cut it. And this is where it all comes in, where it's not level. And you have raised flooring here. Okay? Now there you can step and you feel it dip down. There you go. As we come in. Again, this is my review. This was All Around Flooring LLC who did this work. So I hope this helps you in making a decision on who to choose to do your work.